I'm going to make a video about my life and why, wow, flashback. This is exactly the point, exactly the place, and exactly the position that I was in almost 3 years ago when I said I'm going to start Duty to Train, and I'm scared because I'm scared to fail. It failed miserably. And I don't know, maybe I'll fail, but I don't think God put this in me to fail. I am going to make a video and I'm going to pray about it. And I'm going to pray that it's successful. And I'm going to pray that it helps bring people to God. And maybe it's not successful. Who knows? Maybe it takes a while for it to become successful. All in God's time. But I have a unique set of skills that allows me to talk to people about God. I know almost nothing about deep theology, which puts me in a great perspective to learn and to show people as I'm learning with passion what the truth about God is. And the reason that I have so much passion for the Lord is because I always asked him, and I was honest in my ask, for him to show me signs that he was real. And I told him, if you show me that you're real, I will be a fierce advocate for you. I said that, and I was honest. I was honest. And I believe I am meant to do this. I believe that this is the mission of my life, which is weird. And I hope I'm not messing that up. But I've always felt like I was meant to do something. I know that sounds weird, you know? And I never thought it would have anything to do with God. But like, is there any more important mission? Because really, at the end of the day, what is your main mission in life? It's to get to heaven. That's it. That's mission number 1, 2, 3, all the way through 100. Anything you have to do, anything you have to give up in order to get to heaven is worth all of the sacrifice. And I believe that with all of my heart, with every single fiber of my being. And I know almost nothing about theology. Isn't that wild? And the reason I believe that is because I always prayed to God for miracles. And now I can walk people through theology, the basics of theology, and grow in my faith with passion and the ability to talk and to discern things. I'm not good at writing. I was going to write a book, but I don't think I'm supposed to write a book. I was trying to formulate my ideas, and I was reading C.S. Lewis, and good gracious, can I not write? I suck at writing. I'm terrible at it. And you know how God uses tragedies for good? My dad died, and I sucked at school as a result. And I was sad for so long. And I didn't put any effort into my writing because I was too busy smoking pot. And now I suck at writing. And it annoyed me for so long. And I just figured this out literally on the ride home 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh, you know what I was thinking? Or what I should do is, instead of writing a book, I should just put out a long form video, the longest on my YouTube channel. And it will be the book in audio version. And I will just speak, because that's what I'm good at. I am good at telling stories. And there's no story that I can tell better than my own. I'm really good at telling stories. And I'm not good at telling jokes. I'm awful at making people laugh. I'm not a very funny person. But what I am good at is feeling. And I'm good at helping other people feel. And you can see it in my face. I feel what I say so strongly. And that's one of the reasons when I was angry, I was so angry. I had so much anger in my heart. It's like stressful to even think about it. It's like, it was so intense. And that's why I would get so angry with people, and I couldn't control it. It was so bad, you know. And thankfully, God always, like, it was never to the point of like murder, you know. And I never even like contemplated murdering anybody. It wasn't like that. It just ate me up. it was just like visceral. Like if somebody annoyed me or made me angry, I would just attack them, you know, like I would verbally rip them down. And so I'm not good at jokes, but what I am good at is telling stories, and I'm good at feeling, and I'm good at emotions. And the reason I have strong emotions is because my dad died when I was 11, and my brother died 3 years ago. And there's a lot of sadness in me, you know? But I said this in my brother's eulogy, you know? He knew the greatest lows, but that allowed him to feel the biggest highs. Like the sadder you get, the more God can pull you out and show you how happy you can be. Because when you know the depths of despair, and it's not like my life has been this awful, terrible thing, but my dad killed himself when I was 11. My brother was the only other male family member I've ever had. I have a stepdad, and he's a great guy, but it's not the same. And then I lost him 3 years ago, and it was like right as we were both kind of coming into being men, and we had tried so hard for so long to be good men. And we were just starting to figure it out. And he had found God right before he died, and that's what started my whole thing. That's what started my whole conversion, my reversion. And that's the story that I'm supposed to tell, you know? And so God, I've always asked him for these miracles. I'm like, dude, you made me. Give me the signs that I need to believe in you, and I'm yours, dude, you know? And then he gave them to me. So now I have to be his, you know? And it doesn't terrify me to be his. It terrifies me if I choose to do wrong, knowing now what I know. If I choose sin now, and if I choose bad sin, knowing what I know now, I am held to a higher account. Because just like any parent, I do not parent my children the same. My mom always told me that. She didn't parent any of us 5 kids the same, because we're not the same. You know, you hold different kids to different accounts, and you teach them. You don't allow one kid to just sin, but maybe you help one of them out a little bit more. Maybe you're a little bit more lenient. Maybe you're not as hard on some of them because they'll shut down, you know, and then maybe other ones you're harder on because that drives them, you know. But God has given me everything that I asked for, and I do believe in my heart that he now gets to be very demanding of me. And it's like a really, really intense pressure that I feel in a good way, you know. I gotta continue on a different video. It's this pressure, usually pressure folds me. This is another thing, I literally just realized this. Whenever I am under pressure, I have always, and you can ask my wife, I collapse. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll like go to sleep because I can't think about it. I just want to put the stress out of my mind. And I feel an intense pressure from God, but he's giving me the ability to handle it. And it's weird. It's so weird, you know? And so I know he didn't put this in me for no reason. I know he exists. And he did not put all of these things, he didn't line all these blocks up for it to mean nothing, you know? Like my story is wild. It's wild where I got to and how I got here. And if I tell it, I do feel like it will connect with people. And people will be like, huh, that actually is pretty wild. And I've seen the whole thing play out over 33 years, almost 34. I've seen my life play out in front of my own eyes. And now I am sitting here like, wow. God literally guided me the whole way. And he was patient with me when he needed to be. And I asked him, he made me wait for like 15 years, 12, 13, 14, 15 years. From the time I was 18 until really 33. So 15 years. It started when I was 31, he started to change me. But like he changed who I was at the core of my being on Easter Sunday, 2025. And which is not a coincidence. He waited for Easter because that's also part of the miracle. My life, I feel like, is one big giant miracle. It's weird. It's so weird. And because he gave me everything that I asked for, I told him, I was like, dude, if you give me the 2x4s, if you make it clear as day, I will be yours. I'm yours. And he did that. So I better be his. because he's given me everything that I need to be an advocate for him, and that is what he wants from me. I am so clear on that. I am super clear. I've never been more clear of anything in my life, because I see my entire life building up to this right now. Even this video, sitting here on these steps, is where I said 3 years ago I was going to start my brother's video, or I was going to continue my brother's pistol training company, and I was going to do it in his honor. And I cried, and I was like, I'm so afraid of failing, but I felt like I had to do it for my brother, you know? But that was the wrong person to do it for. I need to do what I need to do for God, you know? I was idolizing my brother. It was as actually a sinful, it was out of sin that I was doing it. I was doing it for good purposes, but I was idolizing my brother by doing it. I put all of my effort, even like my family fell by the wayside so that I could do it, you know, and it failed so miserably. I didn't sell one piece of training, not one, you know. And if you want to sign, now some of them, they're not always good. They're not always what you want. And I started getting frustrated, you know, and I didn't want to fail, because that means I fail my brother, you know, and a little piece of him, his pistol training company, would die. And I didn't want that to die. I wanted it to continue on forever, you know. No, the only thing that lives on forever is God. And so I'm sitting here right now, 3 years later, I just realized this, that on the exact same steps is where I'm realizing that I have this whole other mission that I need to go on. And I'm meant to do it on video, because that's what I'm good at. I'm not meant to write books. I'm meant to do videos. I'm meant to talk to people. I'm meant to interview. I'm meant to give this type of energy, because I don't know many people that can give this type of energy. I am wildly energetic. Wildly, especially when I'm passionate about something. You could ask anyone that knows me. I am intensely energetic about things I'm passionate about. Wildly so. And I'm passionate about God. And that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. I'm going to figure out a way to bring people closer to God. And that's going to start with this like really long form video. I'm gonna have a glass of whiskey, I'm gonna have a cigar, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna talk to the computer like I'm talking to a person. And I'm gonna share the whole story of my life. And then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, and I'm gonna see what happens. And it'd be sick if that one went viral. Maybe it's not supposed to, but it would be pretty cool. And be like, this is me. And it's going to be energetic, it's going to be raw, it's going to be emotional, it's going to be sad, it's going to be very, very happy, and it's going to be hopeful. It's going to be hopeful, because that's honestly, that's like my life, you know? It's full of all of these ups and downs and crazy turns, but it got me right here, loving God and ready to spread his message. Yeah. I really wanted to write a book. But that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do videos. I'm supposed to do interviews. I'm supposed to talk to people, because that's what I love doing. I love one-on-one conversations. It's one of my favorite things in the world, because I love doing that with my brother. That's what it stems from. It stems from the love of doing that with my brother. So, life is good. Stay safe. Live free. And God bless you. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.